Let's go up to Central New York. Jackson Meeks joins us. Jackson, first of all, congratulations on not only just Saturday, but all season long. Fran's come in there, a new attitude. You guys are really balling one way or the other. And it seems like Tom and I were talking about this a little bit earlier today. It's almost like every week there's somebody new stepping up, making great plays. The team unity. How would you describe it to people on the outside right now with the way you guys are playing?
Complimentary football, man. Just the defense feeding off the offense feeding off the defense, man. That's the best we could do, man. We just go out there every week and we try to, prove ourselves right and prove everybody wrong. But at the end of the day, man, we out there playing football, and you know we're trying to make the most of each week, man. Go in week by week and just attack the goal.
Listen, Jackson, I know as a transfer portal player, when you come from one program to another, there can be a lot of changes. The scenery's different, the locker room's different, the tone. But in this case, you come in with the man that became the new head coach. So you kind of know what you're getting into. What's been your role as you're getting integrated with the team of kind of filling in the guys as to who Coach Brown is and what they can expect, and how has that played out so far amongst the team?
It's played out really well, honestly. We've had a lot of team unity, as y'all mentioned, and just everybody listening. Honestly, Coach Fran's a smart man, and everybody just trusting what he says and being able to trust the process of different things. Sometimes it's hard. It's hard for like young cats, and it's hard for younger players who've never seen it, just to listen and hone in on what he's saying and not hone in on the tone of how he's saying it. Because we all know Coach Fran is a very intense person, but at the end of the day, he wants what's best for us no matter what. And man, just continuing to play good football, man. I feel like that's uplifting a lot of people, man. Just continue to see that when Coach Fran, when you listen to what the coach is saying, you listen to the process behind things, that things will work out in your favor, man. And just trusting God too. Trusting God, first of all, honestly, is something that Coach Fran preaches a lot.
Jackson, now you guys get off to a quick start. You're playing at home every single week, and now the last couple weeks on the road. Vegas game was crazy. Great comeback down the stretch, overtime. Take care of business. Of course, we watched you Saturday prime time here on ACC Network. The difference between having success at home versus the fun you guys have on the road, getting these W's. What's that been like?
On the road is more fun than being at home, man, because it's just y'all, man. It's just the team. And you going into a hostile environment, and as soon as you walk in, you hear the fans saying all crazy nonsense, man. And then by the end of the game, if you're up and you win it, you see them all walk away, and you see the stadium start to empty, man. And that's the best feeling about playing on the road, is when you see that stadium start to empty at the end of the game. You know you did your job. And man, the song they say, "Walking your trap, take over your trap." Man, we try to go everywhere and just play our brand of football, man. And if we play how we know we could play up to our standard, then we honestly don't feel like it's a lot of teams that compete with us.
Jackson, it's interesting. We played a clip from your coach, Fran Brown, earlier today on the show, and he was like, hey, we still need to learn how to win. And he said, like, even at the end of the NC State game, he goes, I got some guys, they're still, chirping to the NC State fans. It's like, man, that's not what we're here for. Forget that nonsense. It's about what we're doing on the field. It's little detailed things like that. Isn't it about Fran that it's got to be fun to play for? Because he doesn't seem like he's missing anything with this football team building the foundation of success.
Exactly, man. Exactly. And Coach Fran learned from a great coach and Coach Kirby, man. And Coach Smart was the same way, man. You couldn't talk to the crowd, you couldn't talk to anybody behind the bench. Stay focused until our job is done. And our job wasn't done, man. At the end, man, they had some big time plays. They went down and scored fast and they did their job. And we had to come back on the field and finish the game off. And that's what he was saying by just learning how to win, learn how to, you know, for lack of a better term, just finish the kill. So, you know, honestly, man, like I keep saying, if we continue to play our brand of football and just continue to listen to Coach Fran, man, then we'll go a long way.
So you had a big night the other night. We've talked about the ball getting spread around. And listen, you and I both know that there's never been a wide receiver that's been covered. You guys are always open, and you come back after every play and tell the quarterback I was open. What's the competition level like in that room? Because everybody wants the ball. There's only one ball, but you guys have done such a good job of being unselfish, right? And then when the moment does come your way, you've taken advantage of it and proven that the quarterback can trust you. What's the inside of that wide receiver room like for you?
Man, just holding each other accountable, man. Like I've seen all of us make, man, a lot of different plays. Like this play right here from Amari Hatcher, man. I've seen him
Mm-hmm.
make that countless times. And Trevor Payne, man, Derek Gill, even the young bulls, Jalen Hornsby, Justice Ross Simmons, man. We've made the same plays that we're making in the game in practice. And when we don't get those plays made, it's like, dang, man, like we know we can make the plays. Like we made them countless times. So let's take advantage of every moment. Cause like you said, man, Kyle spreads the wealth. Kyle doesn't. I'm not necessarily Kyle's favorite target. OG's not necessarily Kyle's favorite target. Trev is not Kyle's favorite target. Man, we're all his favorite targets. Does a great job at spreading the wealth and making sure he goes through his reads. So you never know when that play is gonna happen. You never know when the ball is gonna just find you. And honestly, they say the ball finds you when you are crying about the ball, when you are upset, when you are being selfish. That's when the ball finds you, and that's when that play that you've been begging for, you've been asking for, finds you. So just being selfless, man. That's the first rule of our wide receiver room is selflessness. And I feel like we've been doing a good job through 6 weeks of proving that we could be selfless. But the first 6 weeks are over with and they're gone. But we got the last six to really worry about and lock in on this last stretch.
Jackson, you guys go back to back, like I said, on the road for getting the wins and impressive doing it. Do you feel like, I know you got an open date this week? Is it one of those kind of things that, hey, it comes at a good time because, hey, everybody's kind of beat up and banged up a little bit at this stage? Or do you get the vibe that, hey, man, we're on a roll. Let's just keep playing football this week? I know you can't change the schedule, but does the open date come at a good time or a bad time for you guys?
Necessarily I would say good and bad because at the same time, we have time to recover our body and we have time to, watch extra film on our next opponent, Pittsburgh. So just continuing to, like I said, just hone in on the small details of things, man. That's what this week is for, honestly, is just to make sure that we get down to key details that we can learn on Pitt and make sure that we get our extra film watched on Pitt, man. And we got a big game coming up, and we like to say it's big because we're in it. So we just got to continue to play our brand of football, man. And honestly, this bye week, like you said, we can't control it, but at the end of the day, man, it's gonna be helpful.
Yeah, well, I know this much. You're going to be in it because it is a big game next Thursday
Yeah.
night in Pittsburgh, the way both of you are playing. So, what do you do this weekend? Do you get away from football entirely, or is it just one of those things that, no, 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 we're going to have some food, we're going to put our feet up and watch ball all day? So, what's a typical Saturday without football for you?
Me personally, I'm gonna have my handful of teams that I'm gonna watch. Like, I gotta watch my Bulldogs play Texas this week.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
gonna be a good game. And I'm actually gonna have time to sit down and watch it, break it down, make sure I'm texting all my former teammates, why you do this, why you do that? Like, come on, man, like what we doing? Like this is the same thing, man. It's still I still got brothers there too, but at the end of the day, man, like you said, we get time to sit down and gather our thoughts this Saturday and actually watch other teams play. And it's always stuff that you could take just from watching football, man. You could learn, you could take this move that this receiver did, you could take this move that you could watch this corner and look at the technique that he used on this receiver. You could be like, okay, so now I'm looking at this, I'm watching this the whole game. Let me break this down and add this to my game. So just continue to watch football, man, and it's gonna be a good Saturday, man. Being able to
You're
watch
gonna
football and actually
so
relax.
so you're going to be absorbed in everything. By the way, your man Kirby, did you see your man Kirby push the quarterback from Mississippi State late in the game, fourth quarter? Did you see that move?
Oh yeah, man. I don't think Coach Curry. He was intense. I don't. He probably wasn't even looking. But nah, he
That's
he
what I
definitely he
said. I don't
definitely
even think
did.
he knew who it
Well,
was.
we know he.
Yeah,
I don't know if you know. I don't know if you know this, but somebody had asked him. He said, "I didn't even know he was there until I went back and I watched the tape afterwards and went, oh my god, what was I doing?" So he called him up, apologized, everybody's good. But when it happened, I was laughing like, "Oh my gosh, it's gonna be Woody Hayes all over again, there, going crazy." But
Oh man,
man, he's intense, right? He's
yeah. He
nuts.
definitely didn't mean no harm. He definitely didn't mean no
Yeah,
harm from that.
no
But
question.
But like you said,
Likewise.
he was coaching hard to the last minute, to the last whistle blows, man.
All right, give me a listen. We've had so much fun with your head coach, Fran Brown, and I know winning's the best part, and that's going to bring eyeballs and all that kind of stuff and exposure. But what is it about Fran that is a complete connection that you understand why he's such a good recruiter, how he relates to people, because we've had such a good time with him, and he's so honest with me. He's so real with everybody when he talks to you, whether he knows you or not. I think it's a cool thing about him. But give me something about Coach that maybe we don't get, we don't know, that makes him so unique.
Well, I mean, you kind of answered your own question right there, man. He's a real down to earth person, and that's what no matter who it is, man. No matter if it's me, no matter if it's the janitor, no matter if it's somebody that work in Walmart that he ain't never met before, man. He gonna be himself, and he gonna always keep it 100 with you, whether you want to hear it or whether you don't want to hear it. And I honestly feel like that's probably his best quality, man. Is that people want to play for you if you sit there and you tell them the truth. So like if you sit here and if you tell this player this is why you aren't playing. If you want to play more, do this and leave it straight at that, then it's not much more you can ask for from a coach. And sometimes coaches they don't always want to give you the whole truth to protect your feelings, but Coach Fran keeps it real no matter what, man. He keeps it real no matter who it is, no matter what it is. He's always being himself.
Yep, you're right about that. Well, listen, man, keep up the great work. You guys are on a roll. Again, I wish you were playing this week, but I get it. I mean, we're going to catch you on a Thursday because it is a humongous ACC game for not only the race to get to Charlotte, but even from a national perspective. Both of you got a chance to stick your nose in everybody's business on this one, and it's going to be a good one on Thursday up in Pittsburgh.
I'm definitely excited to play. Yes, sir.
You got
Awesome.
it.
Good
Keep up the
seeing
great
you,
work, man.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Thank you.